I think it's working, but maybe it isn't. But what I wanted to do was first just start with something that actually I was working on a little bit more today. And this is something that I found in terms of right now we're studying the Middle East, and actually we'll be looking at different regions throughout the world. This Google Maps, it actually uses Google Maps and Google Earth, and then you actually have these treks, and you can actually go in and it'll let you go into some tours that are already made. But what I wanted to do is actually see if I could make kind of my own tour of, in particular, of the Middle East. But these are some that other people have done, and I haven't gotten nearly as fancy with it, but it brings you to different areas that you can actually explore some of these as well. So when you click on it, it'll let you explore, and you'll be able to go in and create like this whole tour. And now the only thing with this is I haven't found that it's easy enough necessarily to use on the Chromebooks per se. Hi, Ben. Is it working? Really?
And
I did everything correctly.
And then, Ben, I'm going to have to log in to show stuff in my Google, so that could be a whole other problem.
You can just log in underneath the go there.
Because yeah, it says I'm broadcasting. It says I'm live. Dang it. Okay. Should I stop then, or can I keep going?
You can keep going.
Okay. So what I wanted to do was create one kind of on my own. It's Google Treks. Yep. But it really just uses Google Maps and Google Earth. So what I had just wanted to do is try it now. So like we're going to start tomorrow in Jerusalem. And so I was just looking.
From Woody County to Jerusalem.
Yeah. Let's,
like the
how long will it take? Yeah. Yeah. A little bit different.
It is a landmark.
It is. Is it working? Awesome. All right. So looking at, I don't want to hear my own voice, please. That's horrifying. So Jerusalem, if you click in on Jerusalem, it'll actually allow you, hopefully, here we go. If you go into Street View, it'll put you, and one thing we're going to talk about is this Wailing Wall in Jerusalem that has significance to a variety of different peoples in terms of religion. So it gives you this 360-degree view of just like walking through the old city. And then there's also Mount of Olives, and a couple other places too so it uses a combination of Google Earth that you can get down at street level and look at stuff too. And then it also has, some other aspects on there too. And then once you want to, you can actually just go back to the regular map. And then from there, I was going to have them go to Baghdad and things like that too. And if you want to, you can also click on Google Earth so you can actually see it in terms of its physical geography. So that was my plan, was to kind of use it that way. Other people have done some really like awesome actual tours, but I haven't gotten that far into it yet. But in terms of when, like, we're doing Henry Goldie right now with Ragdolls, and we're kind of mapping just using Google Maps where he started out. So he started out in Plock, Poland, and then he went to Gombin, Poland, and then some of the other concentration camps too. So it's kind of a cool thing. You only get to see it in present day. Some of the stuff will go historical, but it's working kind of well. The other thing that I really liked as an add-on is, and maybe you're familiar with this already, but I've used this when we were talking about dealing with the Great Depression, how we did it in the US and how Hitler did it. And it's an add-on. It's called Text Help Study Skills. Now, if you've been aware of this or anything before, but it's Text Help Study Skills. And what it'll do, so I already have it on mine, hopefully. Okay. Why? I don't know why it's doing that, but okay. I'll just say accept it. So when you actually pull this up, it'll let you, actually now it's not even working, but it'll pull up let me try it again. There we go. Okay, so what they had to do for this assignment was to create like basically a chart, similarities and differences between FDR and Hitler and how they chose to deal with the Great Depression. And what I had them do, and I showed them this, but they could also just highlight it on their own. But there's a couple of different highlighted options, and you can do it in the different colors. I don't know why it's not really letting me. There are the other color options too that normally work. I don't know why it's not now. Okay, well, we used it again today, but it didn't have any problems. But then at the end, what's cool is if you do, for example, If you want to have the similarities and the differences, you can do each in a different color. So like if you did yellow was a similarity and then you do green is a difference, at the end you can collect the highlights. And then I always just go by color, and it'll actually create a new document based on just your colors. So everything they turn up in yellow will have its own yellow column, and everything that's in blue will be in blue. Yes. What? I did. I clicked share it.
Somebody just called and said they only see your face.
Oh yeah, I don't want that.
It's a cute picture.
No.
No, go down to Chrome's on here.
You just do it. Please, God. See, I did it. Did I not? I clicked on this, right? I did that. I swear to you.
It's all good. Now they'll be able to see everything you're doing.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did do it. Lisa, back me up on this.
Called me on my phone, and they're like, hey.
Yeah. Just hearing my voice and my picture. Horrible. Sorry. Thank you. I don't want that anymore. Oh, so someone's listening out there. Thank you for joining us. Oh God. Sorry the collected highlights didn't work. It really normally does. But so anyway, I don't know, maybe if it's because like I'm sharing it on here, because it's saying on the bottom that it's sharing my screen with plus Google. So I don't know if that's why it's not working. I'm not sure. That's what I'm wondering. But once you do collect it and you do the highlights, it's nice. Just then they have it all organized, and it actually creates its own document for it. So they'll have a new document just of similarities and differences, which is, it's not amazing, but it's kind of nice in terms of if we're looking at them pulling out key vocabulary or something like that, it does create a new document for that. Yep, text helps study skills, and it's an add-on. And I think I wrote everything that I had wanted to talk about up on the board next to the map there too. So that one's short and sweet. This video notes is nice. I have a student who, like, I'm just sending his materials to him, and we don't watch a ton of videos in class, but there are some that we have watched. Video notes, and it's actually just videonot.es. That's what it actually is. It lets you upload a video from YouTube or from wherever if you have your own videos, and then you can actually timestamp different notes on it. So for the student, like for example, one kind of stupid video that we watched for a little bit for talking about the Bill of Rights is, we'll just choose this one, is this whole idea about the Bill of Rights and what would happen if we didn't have it. So it's incredibly cheesy, but when you upload it, you can actually just copy and paste it right there and load the video. So if I wanted my student, for example, that I don't have in class, to actually watch this video and kind of look at some of the things that we were talking about, I can actually just play it. And then over here, I'll be able to, I don't know why it keeps booting me out. Okay, good, because I was too, and I was thinking, oh, awesome. Let's see if it'll work now. Okay, so it'll do that. Once you play, I can just be over here, hopefully waiting for it to play. There we go. My bad. Okay, so as I'm watching it, so if there's ever anything that I would normally stop and say something to them, it's just gonna mute this. I can say like, okay. I'll just say that. And if there's anything in here, like I would stop at a certain point and say, okay, which number Bill of Rights was just violated there if the Bill of Rights existed? And I could then point out, so let's say it was at like 405, then I'm thinking, okay, what just happened here? But what it'll do is as he's watching it, it'll bring up my comments. So he'll know kind of what we discussed. And then what I can do here too is change it and actually give it a title. And then I can actually just share the whole thing with him. And what it'll do, actually, I'll just like, Lori, I'm going to share it with you. Just because you want to see this video. It's really awesome. So then it'll share with you, and it actually saves right in my drive also. It creates its own folder to go in there. So if you look at some of my folders, there's an actual, if I can open it, there we go. There's a video notes folder. So some of these like that I've actually created will show up right there in there. Okay, but then of course, I don't know why everything isn't working. Awesome. But that's what it would kind of be. So that's kind of
They can view it on their own time.
Mhm.
If they want to. That doesn't have to be while you're taking
exactly right. So even just, I mean, with all the absences and everything this year and every year, if there's something, you know, that I want them to see, then they can, always watch it at any time. So that's video, not.es. And what I just like is then you can share it. And since everyone has Google, then they'll have it right away. I mean, all students have access to it.
I know this might be a little off topic, but you know, it was like way back in December. I feel that Ben sent us a email how to like better translate like your maybe Word docs into your Google Docs.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were supposed to click on that link he shared with us and it automatically took you
Would
to
do it for you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I haven't tried it.
Okay, we as a counseling department, I don't know me, I'm Sarah Kaiser, I'm the middle school counselor.
Hi.
So and Monday when we were all working together, we were trying to do that because we were applying for an AODA grant and it's all in Word. And we were trying to be able to all write in the grant and work together on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't, when we just tried to copy and paste over into Google, it like shifted.
Yeah,
things and
the
it
formatting
didn't match up.
sucks.
So we were trying to do it through that translate thing and we couldn't get it to work. We tried to click on that and then it said that it was downloaded to Chrome, but it was like, where in Chrome are they supposed to find it?
I did do that, and then once I found it, I stopped looking, to be honest. So I'm not sure. We should ask Ben.
Yeah,
that one.
so I was thinking that would maybe be in that add-on.
That would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, please, God. Ben, if you're listening, we have a question for you in D103. Please report to D103. Yeah, I do remember that in trying it, and then I stopped looking. But yeah, maybe we can add that to our presentation, Lisa.
Okay,
But yeah, that would be nice.
yeah, that's good.
So sorry to go off.
No, that's okay. Sorry, I don't have an answer. I don't know. So that's video notes, just so me to keep moving. And then I showed them a little bit of just Google Trek. It's called TREK. That is just nice in terms of if you're following a story or following history or something like that. Possibility of I can write a prompt in there and tell them what I want them to say. So like, here's just write a short paragraph that explains the central idea, and they just write, and then they can actually, if I do assign it to them and create a class list, they actually would be able to just submit it to me that way. And one thing too that I also liked was the ability, and let's see if I can even do it on here, that I can actually, so for example, like I wanted to talk about what other ideas are in violation of Islam. So if I wanted to just highlight that, I could actually write here. And then as they're reading, when I print it, this will be all right in there too. So just a way to add extra notes, or like if I have different things, like if I want them to look at, so if I have green, it'll be define infidelity or something like that. So just kind of a nice way there. And then you can actually save that once you log into your account, but you can add students, then create binders for them to actually turn things in. And you can actually also look at the progress of, I mean, if they're advancing a little bit too. And I know Brenda Willis has used this, I think, for a while, that She actually groups them kind of in their lexile, and they all have the same article, and then kind of as it goes from there. But it's nice, and there's such a good variety of different articles that are in here, from current events to just kind of talking about past things, like the measles vaccine in Disneyland and stuff. So
So you don't put articles out there, it's just stuff that's already out there. You
Correct.
Search for one.
Correct. Yep. So it is limited to the extent that, like, if there is a really good article in USA Today, you can't put it in there and have them do it for you. It's just stuff that's already there. But they do a good job of, in terms of national news, not, national and international news, they do a good job of pretty much covering everything. I mean, these are all the topics obviously up there. But it's pretty good. Usually you can find something for almost everything. But yeah. So I don't know. Then those are just the big ones that I had. So I don't know if you want to put. I think that's all I was going to talk about. But if you want,
Study skills.
yep. And that's the one that didn't work. I don't know
Oh.
where. Oh, I don't want to look at that again. That's the one that if you actually just look at. Sorry, my emails now are showing up. If you just pull that up, that actually is an add-on, and then it gives you the highlighters every time you want to use it. But I don't have any documents actually pulled up, so I'm just going to look at this. But this shows up then on everything, hopefully. But once you go to add-on, this is the text help study skills. I don't know why it's only showing up and highlighting yellow. That's really weird. I've never seen it do that, but I don't know. But yeah, that's where you can actually collect the highlights and stuff too. So, but yeah, that's really all I have. So at least do you have to log out or log in or?
I think I can just add on to you.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
Ron said I can do.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's so weird.
And feel free to ask questions as we go here. So I'm going to show things from kind of the English teacher's standpoint. Let's see. Oops. Just changed my password yesterday. Oh, of course. This again. Did anyone else do the security thing that George had sent? Oh, come on.
No, but people are talking about that years ago, they were having a hard time and constantly like getting logged out and.
That they were getting logged out?
Yeah, that they like it was all like a spreadsheet, so.
That's weird. Well, look at now my picture comes up, but I can't get in. How does that work? How come I can't get in? Does anyone know?
Maybe sign out.
Oh, brother. Okay, I think I'm in. All right. Woo.
The Winter Festival.
Oh,
It's not just the senior boys.
oh boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this It says waiting for people to join this video call. Okay, yep. Okay, so while we're waiting for Ben, this is really nice because their scores out of 20. It'll give me their points. And then what I really like is the fact that I can go through as a teacher and see exactly what questions they missed the majority of. So it was pretty nice, like, to be able to have specific data like that to like look at it. So I really enjoyed having Flubaroo, and I've started doing this with the juniors, doing as like little reading check quizzes now for Gatsby, reading Great Gatsby. So that's been kind of nice. Another add-on that's pretty nice, which I don't know if you guys have used or are aware of, but let me just pull up a document here. That's the one thing that in the at the Google Summit, I got a ton of add-ons. As you can see here, none of these I had before, but EasyBib is one of them, where kids can go in and do a works cited page actually right in the document, which is pretty nice. So you would actually highlight a source and it would do it right over here on the side. So if I were to say, okay, I'm using,
Managing 3 of these things at the same time in 3 different applications. It's pretty hard.
that is hard.
Did you hear us calling you like that?
Yeah, did you hear?
It was in route somewhere.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, okay.
Yeah, because I need to be able to get into my stuff.
Right. What you need to do is the way you add accounts is here.
Oh, okay.
So you can add Lisa here.
Okay.
That's where you sign in.
Oops. Jeez. To get used to my new password.
Nine 862 T. This is all your stuff.
Yeah. Some of it looks like some of it's hers too.